What if you could snap a photo of a room, choose a style, and instantly get a realistic design concept plus a shoppable list from retailers like IKEA and Wayfair, all within your budget? Welcome to Industry Ignited, the podcast where we spotlight the leaders and innovations transforming industries across the globe. I'm your host, Dr. Leeanne Aguilar, and today I'm joined by Salman A. Rahman, Chief Technology Officer at Decorate AI. Their platform generates personalized design recommendations based on your taste, space, and goals, and is building toward a future where design inspiration becomes actionable and instantly purchasable. Salman, welcome to Industry Ignited.
Hi, Dr. Leon. First of all, thank you so very much for having me. I'm actually very thrilled to be here, and I'm a big fan of your podcast, and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Well, thank you, Salman. Thank you so much. I'm excited to learn more about what you're up to and the platform you're building for interior design. Now, I know you built your software for years and you also have deep experience in textiles and design. How did that combination shape the way you think about design and technology as one ecosystem?
Well, to be honest, tech has always been my passion. During my early days, I used to develop basic websites and even IRC servers at times. I used to be a Linux administrator back in days like early 2000 and 1999. Talking about that phase. And life got real. I got into business and I got in textile. I got busy with that. But staying updated with the technology has never left me, to be honest. When I was the director of textile factories, I modernized many factories' backends and I updated PTMS, central management system, when I was a director there. But eventually, I realized I need to get something unique out there that can reflect my passion and my, innovation, and that can also address the gaps between technology and this textile and other sectors I was in. And that's how I met Halala back in Canada a couple of years ago. And we got to talking. Then I shared my passion with her, and the idea of Decorative AI was born right there. She introduced me to one of the amazing person she knew from Iran, and then we got to know her, and we found a third partner. And she knew our CEO, as you know, Atif, and that's how it formed.
That's exciting. So I'm just hearing you always had a passion for textiles and you were in the industry and the business and have a strong background in technology. And then it's just being introduced to these different team members and you brainstormed and came up with a way to collaborate and create this new
Yeah.
um, innovative software. So like as you're saying, your team formed across multiple countries and connections from Dubai to Toronto and Vancouver. What brought you together and what made you say, though, this is the idea we're going to build? What was it about the synergy that you felt within the group and the people that made you realize that this is what you wanted to do?
That's actually the fun bit. As you say, we come from almost different backgrounds, surprisingly, and that became our strongest suit, to be honest. As I said, I met Halala in Canada and we got to talking. She recommended me to her architect friend, Yasaman, I'm talking about. Basically, that's how it all started. But what can I say? Let's call it fate. But definitely do keep us in your prayer and thoughts. We want to go long.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what problem did you feel was most broken in interior design today? Was it that, sparked that idea to move forward with this platform? Was it cost, like decision fatigue, access? And why was that the spark for Decorate AI?
To be honest, right now the interior decoration market in North America, not just in Canada, the entire North America is about $290 billion. If you consider the sheer amount of it, it's pretty vast already. But it's expected to reach 650 billion in next decade or so, and only below 10% of it is smartly done, and that's the main thing here, because a lot of it is scattered, overpriced, and of course thoughtless. I'm just being brutally honest here. People are wasting too much money on decoration and failing to accept how it's all done at the end, and they're having to redo it again. We plan to address that particular thing in here with Decorate AI. We are enabling our users think beyond what they can fancy, they can imagine, and what they truly want before they spend a single penny on them. And I think that's what we all vision to be true in next few years.
Right. So it's a growing market, and you saw the gap, people spending too much. And not only that, but being able to really conceptualize what they're wanting and then getting it
Mhm.
at a price point that was reasonable and accessible. Right. Now, you chose to focus on Canada as an entry point. What did you see in the market that told you that there was a real space and momentum there in Canada specifically?
When we looked at Canada as a launching market, it wasn't some lucky dot on the map. It was a data infused decision, plus our intuition, definitely. But Canada has a vibrant decoration culture, be that homeowners investing heavily on personalization and also DIY enthusiasts. You can find them everywhere and literally anywhere. That's a high demand for decoration inspiration and tools that don't force you to choose between expensive professional services or you can say high end hit and miss Pinterest board. So the typical alternatives are either prohibitively expensive or unstructured and chaotic. So we saw this white space between these two, where technology could be uniform the layers, AI that both aspirational and accessible. So the users they can be enabled to try new tools to reduce the guesswork, or you can say the design anxiety combo. Actually, this combo actually helps you grow your interest and openness to tech innovation, and this is why Canada has been our primary target to launch this product.
Right, yeah, and as you mentioned, most people are either paying high fees for traditional design services or they try to do it themselves with Pinterest or guesswork. What's
Exactly.
the real gap you're closing, and what's the emotional pain point, though, for users?
To be honest, the gap isn't about just cost, it's about confidence. People don't just want ideas, they want ideas that they can trust. Traditional decoration services are expert driven, but expensive and slow. Pinterest, for say, is free, but definitely chaotic. You get inspiration there, definitely, but not a cohesive solution, sadly. That's actually where the emotional pain lives. Second guessing every purchase, fearing wasted money, fearing regrets. And this is where we target. Decode AI closes that gap by giving users real data driven visualization of their own space before a single chair or even a paint can is bought. It's like having a decorator, your personal decorator in your pocket, but without having the cost and ambiguity.
Right. Yeah, like you mentioned, when somebody decorates a home or office, the cost of making a wrong decision can be huge. So
Exactly.
tell me more about how Decorate AI is designed to reduce regret so people can feel confident before they buy.
We proudly say this we mitigate regret. Well, not seeing the results first is the main problem. Our core product philosophy is to provide users with a realistic visualization. You can actually see what you plan to build. Once you actually see it, you can go for it confidently. To be honest, from a CTO's perspective, we're harnessing pattern recognition and generating vision models to interpret a user space, then propose context and feel possible. It can be achievable and definitely aligned with their own test and budget. And that's only de-risk the decision making. And that actually enables users to be more free with their own plans, with their own finances.
Yeah, and you said it's for both residential and commercial users. Where do you see the strongest demand first? And what kinds of projects are best suited for AI guided design?
To be honest, in short term, I think the residential decoration is our initial big market, especially renters and the first time homeowners. They show the strongest demands. These users are style hungry, budget sensitive, and often in motion, like moving, decorating, upgrading, which makes AI driven exploration incredibly valuable for them. Commercial has huge potential as well. Retail spaces, small offices, Airbnb host, but the adoption curve there is a bit steeper. Commercial has a huge market, but in long run, you have to think them two different parts of one integral machine. It's like if you consider residence as the mass market nail, the other one, the commercial, has to be the premium market screwdriver. You put them both together and you have a tool set.
Right, exactly. Now, what surprised you most as you started validating the idea, would you say, about how people make decisions around color, style, layout, and budget?
You have some really nice questions. Thank you very much for those. But the biggest surprise wasn't really the people and their choices, but how they justified it. Because we developed the platform and we've been doing people's taste and some tests on how they approach it. Users don't only want a beautiful room, they want a story that ties every element together. Color choices aren't random. They're they're emotional statements. Layouts decisions aren't about symmetry. They're about how someone lives in that space. And the budget is a psychological anchor, not just a dollar limit. No. The insight that changes the way we build the product, not just as an algorithm that suggests layouts, but as that explains them in human language and help people feel confident in why actually they're choosing it.
Yeah. Now, walk us through the user experience. Like, how does it actually work? Somebody uploads a photo or dimensions, and how does the AI interpret light, space, and layout and turn that into design recommendations?
Well, the user experience is like this. You take a photo of your room. That's your starting canvas. Under the hood, our AI uses computer vision to parse the walls, floors, windows, light decoration, and furniture footprints. It then creates a special understanding of your environment. From there, that point on, generative model synthesizes decoration options grounded in real spatial, promotional, and lighting conditions, actually. It's not random pretty pictures. No, no, no. It's practical, context-aware decorate, and or you can say context-aware decoration, rendered in second, definitely. And the output is set to tailor visual plus clear suggestion on color schemes. And this is the main part of this design that makes us stand out.
Okay. And are you able to see the room in a 3D view? Are you able to go in a circle basically and see all of the walls? And tell me about how the room is actually rendered.
Basically, personalization is multidimensional. Like you say, 3D. We can have it on 4D as well. In the future with AR, augmented really has enabled us to go beyond our imagination. And it's not just you like modern. When you go for a design, it's not like just you like a modern minimalistic design. It's why you like it, and how you implement it. That means remembering your style, color preference, preferred product sources, even budget sweet spots. And this all goes underneath the software core. And we're essentially building this to let users over time be more familiar and our platform to be more exciting for them. So they keep using and they get better results each time. And yeah, this pattern gets only better with time.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you're building a system that learns what you like and then remembers it. What does personalization really mean here? Like style, preferences, color palettes, retailer choice, price, sensitivity, all of it?
We're essentially building a profile that helps you design your space, right? And over time, the system becomes less like a generic decorating engine and more like a trusted decorate partner, recommending layouts, palettes, products, and that feels more like curated just for you. And when the AI does that, you start to believe that it reads your mind. And this is what the bond we are trying to create here.
And so working with the AI, are you able to guide it though? You can tell it, do more of this or less of that, or I want to see more of this color or this type of decoration.
This is how AI is working right now, and it's only gonna get better because
Mhm.
AI right now, even if you talk about the big boys in AI league, ChatGPT, Perplexity. they all have limits. Like you can go up to this certain amount of data for each user. If you go super premium, you can extend the limit a little bit more. But for this, the AI won't have to tackle your questions regularly. So they will have bigger memory space just for each user, which means if you decorate your room, let's say you decorate it every couple of months, so it's still going to keep your data for years for you to keep bringing up 2 years ago, what did you do with your room? And why did you do it? How did you do it? Who else was there to help you bring the furniture? Which brands you use for walls, paints, everything. It's all gonna be there.
Yeah. And one of the most exciting parts is the shop the look feature, connecting users directly to products. How are you thinking about retailer partnerships, pricing advantages, and making the experience seamless?
Well, shop the look is where inspiration meets transaction. We are focused on a seamless integration actually. Product catalog, real-time pricing, availability check, and recommendation filter based on user budgets. So, from a business standpoint, partnership can unlock value through curated deals, localized pricing intelligence. The idea isn't just to show you a sofa or a bed, it's to make sure the sofa is buyable, affordable, and in stock. That's where technology and e-commerce overlaps in ways that creates issues, and we are adjusting them together. So you have one platform where you can decorate your place and procure those from the same place as well. You don't have to move around to make the vision reality.
Right. I think that's a big time saver too. I know I've been
Yeah,
frustrated in the past, like finding a picture on Pinterest and then looking for the items or similar items. And, it can be impossible to find sometimes when you're trying to recreate a look or create a similar look. I've
definitely.
experienced that. And so you mentioned competitors like Room GPT or others. What are the key differentiators you're focusing on, like price model, beginner friendly tiers? Shopping integration or something else?
To be honest, the difference isn't that we generate just images. Many tools can do that. Like you mentioned, Room GPT and many others. The difference is that we contextualize the decoration, remember user preference, and integrate e commerce in one intelligent, scalable way. Like I said already, we are thinking holistically accessible pricing tiers, beginner friendly UI UX. So anyone who hasn't even experienced such app can go through the options easily. Seamless shop the look links and eventually integrate with AR, augmented reality, and real time product fits. We are rather a decorating platform that sits between inspiration and implementation.
Now you're currently in beta and iterating. What milestones must be true for you to say we're ready to launch at scale?
For us, a scalable launch isn't about marketing campaigns. It's about product resilience and user satisfaction. So let's say a few milestone could be high retention and repeat engagement. When we start taking real life clients, we will observe how they use our platform and what they're getting out of it. Because initially we won't be charging them a lot of money, but we will be using their feedbacks to get better and to make even more user friendly style personalization that improves over time, early commercial integration with retail partner. So when users constantly get confident about their designs and the outputs, and they start buying, and I think that would be a big milestone too.
Yeah. Now your pricing approach sounds intentionally accessible as well, especially compared to apps that lock users into expensive subscriptions. How are you balancing affordability with long-term sustainability as a company?
We all think and we all believe that value aligned pricing is the key, not predatory pricing, to be honest. Affordable access means broader adoption, which builds our data moat. And that in turn improves the product. From a sustainability angle, if you see, we are balancing usage based revenue with optional premium tiers and commerce commissions. Well, the goal is to a model where users pay only when they see value, and we scale only when we deliver it. A natural alignment should be in place to incentivize the supports growth and definitely locking people into something they don't really need.
Right, so making sure that it's true value for your customers,
Yes,
that yeah, that they're not paying until they actually feel completely in alignment with the room, look, and the feel, and
exactly.
from there, they can make the buying decision.
It shouldn't be like a gym that a lot of enthusiasts go to on the first of every year with to different aims, and on the fifth or seventh they quit and they have to pay the whole year. It shouldn't be
Right.
like that.
Now, with your platform, are they only seeing options that are currently available to purchase, or are they seeing options that, if they go in to make a purchase, are no longer available? Because I've found that in the past too. You find something perfect that you want to buy and it's not available.
When we partner with retail brands like IKEA or Wayfair, we will make sure that whatever available is on their website are available on our app as well. So if they run out of one product, they wouldn't be showing in our available items for decorating. So
Okay.
it's going to be like you buy from your Shopify shop through Amazon, but only the things that are available in Amazon. So it's something
Yeah.
like that.
That's better. I
Thank
think that's a better user experience too, so they're not disappointed and spend a lot of
you.
time going down, a design path when it's not even available for purchase. Now, fast forward 3 to 5 years, what does success look like for Decorate AI? Is it more users, retail integrations, professional adoption, or becoming the default design layer inside real estate and home improvement ecosystems?
To be honest, in 5 years, I think success might look something like a couple million users, definitely. And not just them, not just the number. A majority of them believing that Decorate AI is their starting point for their projects. A deep partnership with retailers, product catalog, and definitely AR shopping experience. If you have used Meta goggles, then you'd know how AR has developed over the years, and we want to be a part of that. And definitely, we would love to be adopted by professionals in the market, like real estate agents, contractors, as a tool in their workflow, and becoming the design layer embedded inside real estate listing and home improvement ecosystem as well. It's not just about the number, to be honest. It's about embedding confidence, clarity, and the e-commerce into his platform
Right.
for
Very
users. And
exciting. Yeah.
thank you very
Now
much.
you're starting in Canada, and I guess you'll be expanding beyond that, as you scale, as well into other markets.
Yeah, we are hoping to expand in USA after Canada, and then our key market would be Europe, and then after that, Asia.
Well, very exciting. And yeah, best of luck. I look forward to following your journey and watching as you launch and grow. Well, thank you, Salman. Thank you for sharing the vision behind Decorate AI and how you're bringing professional grade design within the reach for more people. For listeners who want to learn more or try your platform or follow you, where should they go?
The users can reach us on LinkedIn on our page, Decorate AI, and they can also reach us on directly on our website. That's decorateai.app. And I look forward to hear from you more often, hopefully. And thank you so much again for having me, and I loved it.
I really appreciate your input and thank you for joining me on this show. Thank you so much. And for our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who's moving, renovating, or just trying to make their space feel like home, especially if they're in Canada. Be sure to tune in to the next episode of Industry Ignited. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and keep igniting industry.